Hello and welcome to another video from EarnPED.com. I am StevieB, happy to have you all with us today. So guys, this is one of the rare instances where I have to do a retraction video. This is something I want to get out there as quickly as possible because I'm already getting reports in that I am wrong. Gasp! And it does happen from time to time. So I want to get this out there before a whole bunch of people see my other video. And we'll just get straight to it. So I uploaded a video a day or two ago about being in PvP zones where it's lootable PvP. So, excuse me guys, I've got to go through my storage real quick. One of the things that I mentioned in that video was if you were going to go into lootable PvP, you wanted to take a portable trade terminal. Now, there's a couple of things you can get. There's a portable trade terminal and a portable repair terminal. Portable trade terminal lets you buy and sell things on the fly without having to go all the way back to base. Portable repair unit just lets you repair your armor, your weapons, your FAP, stuff like that in the field. You still have to pay for decay. You still got to pay the repair cost, but it allows you to do it on the fly without going back to base. So I posted the video, and just literally about 10 minutes ago, I got a message from a friend of mine who had seen it. And he said, hey, just FYI, I know you don't spend a lot of time in lootable PvP. Just wanted to let you know that they made some adjustments quite a while ago, I guess about a year ago now. And apparently, lootable PvP, the trade terminal sell function no longer works. So if you've got the portable trade terminal and you're using it in lootable PvP to try and sell stuff before you get looted, it no longer works. So that was quite concerning. And because of that, obviously, I want to be sure we have good info to put out there. I don't want to be putting out incorrect info. So we're going to gear up and we're going to run back out into lootable PvP real quick. And we're just going to see what happens. We're going to do a little bit of hunting. And we're going to see if we can use the portable trade terminal. If we can, cool. If not, also cool. Give me one sec, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get this show on the road. Let's see what happens. So that would make sense that MindArk would make it so that the portable trade terminals do not work in lootable PvP. For any of you that are wondering what the hell just happened, I am using a teleportation chip. So this is a teleportation chip too. If you see this kind of blue Kamehameha key circle around me, anytime you see that, that's a teleportation chip of some sort. This is a TP chip 2. Different teleportation chips have different ranges. So I want to be... Where's those attacker drones at? They should be right about here. So let's see, get my bearings. So this should be about right. I should be more or less right up on them. Right in this general area. So we're going to go out. We're just going to do a little bit of quick hunting. And we're going to see if we can TT what we find. Let's see how it goes. We're going to go back south. I think these are the attacker drones right over here. If not, we'll see what it is. It's way too big for me to take. Way too big. If I can find something smaller, that would help. Also, guys, if you're ever watching a video and you find information that I've got in the video and it's information that's either outdated, no longer useful, or a game mechanic has changed, please, please, please let me know. Feel free to shoot me a message in game. Feel free to send me an email. You should have my email address. And obviously we will do whatever we have to do to be sure that the correct information gets out there. Also, guys, want to let you know I really appreciate all the hard work a lot of the Stevies have been putting in. I was looking today at the stats on the YouTube channel. I really appreciate every single sub we get. I really appreciate every single like on every single video. And what I've noticed is the haters are still out there, but they seem to have calmed down a little bit. I still, every now and then, have an occasion where I'll post a video and it immediately gets a dislike before it's even been played, which kind of sucks. But I've asked you guys to do me the favor of whenever I post a video, being sure that, you know, you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I promised you guys if you did that, there would be a reward. There is a game mechanic that is still in game right now that you can take advantage of. That it's one of those forgotten mechanics. It's one of those forgotten pieces of the game that has a lot of utility and a lot of good uses, and it's just one of those things that nobody really takes advantage of. And I had promised you guys, if enough people subbed, if enough people liked the videos, if we were able to keep the numbers where I wanted them, I would make a video about it. And I would even let some of you guys participate. So just to let you know, after looking at everything and seeing how many views these videos are getting, how many people are out there supporting us, subbing the channel, and liking the videos whenever we post them, if you guys can keep it up, I'm going to start making preparations to make that video, because I really appreciate everything you guys have done for us. I appreciate all the support you've shown. I appreciate everybody who's using EarnPED.com. It really, really means a lot. So since you guys have done that for me, I'm going to do this for you guys. So here we go. Here's the little attacker drones. Here they are. So let's just see real quick. Let's go ahead and let's open. There we go. And now we're using adjusted vigilante armor. So let's see what happens. Shrapnel. Okay, shrapnel doesn't help me. Shrapnel doesn't help me at all. Let's see what happens here. Yep, fruit. So we're hoping we get some kind of loot, anything other than shrapnel, and we're going to try and TT it. Okay, there we go. So we got some shrapnel. We got some robot filters. So let's go ahead and equip our portable TT, which is going to cost us 5 Pekka Decay. Okay, so notice that is correct. Tool is not usable in this zone. So portable trade terminals apparently no longer work in player versus player areas. I also notice I did not take any decay trying to equip it. Okay, well, that's new. New to me anyway. So indeed, I do need to put this out there as a retraction video. If you're going into a lootable PvP zone, then the best advice I can give you, I'll change my advice real quick, is if you're going to go, know what your stop loss is, know what your risk is. If you're only comfortable losing 5 PED, maybe don't go in at all, because if you die, you've got to take another anti-tox shot, and the anti-tox shot, hey, I did get the boards I was looking for. Okay, those are the boards I was looking for yesterday. Remember I told you guys I was in here, whenever I was shooting that last video, I was looking for boards. This is specifically the boards I was looking for. So cool, good stuff. They do drop them apparently. I wish they would have done that when I made the video the other day. So guys, best advice I can give you is know your stop loss. If you're only okay losing 5 PED, then I wouldn't even suggest going into lootable PvP, because the problem is it takes 5 PED just to buy the anti-tox shot. So if you die, you're out 5 PED, bam, right off the bat, just for a new anti-tox shot. So, I mean, maybe it's not for you. Now, let's say you have a stop loss of 30 PED. Let's say you're comfortable losing up to 30 PED. Okay, so are we including the anti-tox shot or not? And then the next thing is just keep an eye on your loot and be sure you don't go over that amount. If you get to a point where you're not comfortable with the amount of loot that you have on you, it is time to leave. It is time to leave very quickly. One thing that you can do to minimize your losses in lootable PvP is just do not overstay your welcome. By do not overstay your welcome, what I mean is every second you are in lootable PvP, there's a greater and greater chance of you getting killed. That's just how it is. There's a greater and greater chance of somebody teleporting in and being literally right on top of you. So if you're not okay being here, don't be here. If you get to where you've got a lot of loot on you, leave. If you've got a teleportation ship, teleportation ships are a great way to get in and out of lootable PvP quickly. They do have a cooldown time. They have a time it takes them to activate, as you saw whenever I did mine. It wasn't just to press a button and you're gone. It's actually got to have time to activate, and that is more than plenty of time for you to die. However, if you're trying to get over a very, very far distance very, very quickly, it is really, really ideal. So if you're not having somebody right up on you trying to attack you, but you're just no longer comfortable with how long you've been in lootable PvP, then it's a great way to get out quickly. Notice there's no vehicles allowed in this zone. Well, there's no vehicles allowed here, but I can teleport out a hell of a lot faster than I can run, right? Something else to remember is if you get killed by a mob in lootable PvP, it does not use your anti-tox shot. So your anti-tox shot would still be good because you weren't killed by a player, you were killed by a mob. So if you are close to death in lootable PvP and there's something very strong that you know can kill you very quickly, that is a good way to get out too. Now, as for the mechanics of a mob killing you after somebody else shot you but wasn't able to finish you off, that might be a little bit different, because if they hit you and then you get killed by the mob, that I'm not sure. So that being said, guys, this is kind of going to be the quick retraction video. The other thing to keep in mind is here in lootable PvP, players do have a lot of teleportation ships. So what I've noticed from a lot of PKers is if they're out hunting other players, they will teleport around. They won't just sit still. Some people will. Some people will sit still and not move. But there are a lot of PKers out there that when they get on, they'll literally teleport all around lootable PvP looking for a player to snipe. That's just kind of their MO. It's how they work. So keep that in mind too. Is it worth it? It depends. The other day I came, I wasn't having any luck at all. I got practically nowhere. I just picked up 2 PED worth of boards that have 500% markup. So, I mean, it can be, it can also not be. Generally speaking, my experience has been mixed. I've never done well mining in lootable PvP. I know some people say, oh, that's the place to mine. Not for me, it's not. The other thing, guys, is when it comes to loot, generally the loot is a little bit better. By a little bit better, I mean has a little bit better markup, because people don't want to come here. So therefore there's fewer resources, fewer people farming this stuff, and that's one of the reasons it does have some of the markup it has. And then some of it's just junk, like what happened the other day. So guys, it's one of those things. The one thing I do need to point out from my video the other day is if you're coming to lootable PvP, the whole portable trade terminal thing, it's just not going to help. I was not aware of that. It used to, and apparently that's been changed. That said, there are still things that you can do to try and protect yourself, things you can do to try and make the experience better, and also limit your potential losses. Hopefully you don't have any losses. But nature of the beast, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, right? So the PKers are out there. There's a lot of them. They've got weapons that can see extremely far, and they are out there to take your stuff. That's just how it is. So if this is not your cup of tea, stay completely away. If this isn't something you think is for you, it's probably better to just stay away completely, right? However, if you want to try it out, approach with caution. Now, as far as portable trade terminals, why would you even need one? Let's say that you're doing some hardcore grinding. You are a more advanced player, you've got better weapons, you've got better setups, and you're doing very, very long hunting runs. You eventually get enough loot on you that you just can't carry it all. It slows you down, right? So the thing about it is, you don't want to have to just constantly be jumping back and forth. Whenever I used to hunt level 5 Argonauts, Twin Peaks, I always stayed very, very close to where Twin Peaks was, and I would literally walk back just loaded down, and even something that would normally take 20 seconds to run just felt like it took forever when I was loaded down. So if you're hunting out in the middle of nowhere, especially if you're doing a long hunt and you're grinding it out, portable trade terminal is a great way to be sure that you can sell that TT food and just keep cycling without having to stop and go back a lot. It's also a great way to be sure you don't ever run out of ammunition. If you've got a portable TT with you, you can just buy ammo right then and there. No need to go back and try and find more, right? As far as the portable repair unit goes, kind of the same thing. Portable repair units are really great when you need repairs out in the field. Sometimes you're just out in the middle of nowhere and you don't want to go all the way back to repair your FAP, or all the way back to repair your armor, or interrupt your hunt, to repair a gun. So if you've got a gun that you know takes heavy amounts of decay that's unlimited, portable repair unit can come in super handy. If you have armor that you know needs to be decayed, or FAPs that you know are going to need to be decayed before your hunt is over, and you need to repair those things, portable repair unit is a great way to go. I've actually got something like 130 clicks of portable repair units I need to make. One of the reasons I have not is kind of twofold. A lot of people tend to make them. There's always a lot more of those on auction than there is portable trade terminals. And number two, it just takes an insane amount of sweat. It takes something like 5,000 sweat per click to make portable trade terminals and portable repair units. It's a great way to keep the sweat market going, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. It's one of those things, if you pay for the sweat, there's no way you're making money. It's just not going to happen. It's the nature of crafting. If you collect it on your own, there's a little bit of money to be made, a little bit, but not a lot, and you're going to spend more than you're making just in trying to collect the sweat. So I really don't buy sweat. I never have. I've always collected it myself. If I owe somebody a favor, I might pick up a little bit here or there from them. There's one person in game that's a very close friend of mine that I help out every now and then, but it's not something that I do. Generally, if people approach me and say, hey, will you buy sweat, the answer is no. Large percentage of the time. I'd say probably 99.9% of the time. But anyway, those two things, the portable TT units and the portable repair units, they are two things that sweat does go into. So unfortunately, the portable TT units, though, like we just found out, do not any longer work inside of PvP lootable zones, which is a bummer. That was one of those things. I could see them wanting to deactivate it if there was somebody like within your immediate vicinity, but I think it would be better set up if it was something you could use, but you could only use like 5 times an hour, or you could use it but only if somebody wasn't in your immediate vicinity. That would be a better use of it, because I think there's a lot of people that would come into lootable PvP and they would spend more time here, they would take more risk if they could use it under certain circumstances. So guys, I want to get this out there. I want to be sure you guys are able to see it quickly, because I do not want you guys running out here with a portable trade unit and exploring in lootable PvP thinking it's going to work and then it doesn't. So I apologize about that. Even I get it wrong sometimes. So that said, guys, I'm going to leave it right there for today. For EarnPED.com, I've been StevieB. I want to appreciate everybody being here. Sip, sip, smack, smack, F the haters. And I apologize that I had to put out a retraction video, guys. But hey, happens to the best of us, right? So that said, guys, if you want to help support us, the best way to do that, hop over to EarnPED.com, because when you earn, we earn. That is by far the best way you guys can help support me, help support the channel, and help support the website. We really appreciate every single sub that we get. It means a ton, whether you play Entropia or not. We would invite everybody who's watching that doesn't play Entropia to give it a chance. It's a really good game. Lots of good people here. Lots of good fun times to be had. I know sometimes it seems a little bit laggy. That's just because it's the most grindy game on the planet. Nature of the beast. But it is a ton of fun. I wouldn't play any other game. That said, guys, every single sub is appreciated. Every single like is appreciated. If you would, guys, please keep hitting that sub button. Keep hitting that like button on every single video, because the haters are still out there, even if they have died down a little bit. And I'm going to start making arrangements to make the video I've been hinting at for some time now for you guys. So you guys have more than earned it. You guys have helped support us. We really want to reward you for that and show you how much we appreciate it. So keep your eye out for the video about the lost game mechanic that still exists. Probably one of the best game mechanics in game, and something I think a lot of low-level and newer players can benefit from. Even mid and experienced level players will be able to benefit from it. Guys, also keep an eye out for every video we post. You never know when you're going to find that nugget of wisdom. I posted a video the other day about hitting more globals when you do your daily missions, especially your crafting missions and your mining missions. And the next day, I hit a 75 PED global on my daily mission for Palstool. Now, Palstool does use these boards, which is what I'm after. They do have that 500% markup. I only had 27 clicks. That's all it took for my daily mission. And I think it was, I'm sorry, 29 clicks. And it was click number 27 that I hit my 75 peg global. So it does work. I actually just got a message a little bit earlier from another player. He said, man, I hadn't been doing the daily missions. I watched your video. I got my daily missions. I went out to find some Listerium at Atlantis Archipelago for that mission. Bada bing, bada boom, 59 peg global. So it does work. It is one of those things that we don't have information from MindArk, but we've had enough experience with it to know it when we see it, right? So guys, I really appreciate it. Like I said, we all appreciate your support. Keep it up, and we will be back with more great content for you guys very soon. Have a good one, Stevies.